platform. Just search Mark Levin Show. We also have our own YouTube channel. A full podcast, which simultaneously runs the radio program, interviews, specials on YouTube. You can go to youtube.com at Mark Levin Show, or easier yet, just search Mark Levin Show in YouTube. It's that simple. And we have this powerful Hour 3 coming. You're not going to want to miss it. It's a special. I may not do it again. If I do it again, it's going to be many years from now. So I'll see you in just a...
Honey, I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
Oh, it's awful, hon.
You know, my brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos.
I know it's been on our list, but isn't getting life insurance a huge pain? Oh, it's so much paperwork, and you have to go see the doctor. I wouldn't even know where to start.
With Ethos, Dave said it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. Plus, it's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house. He was able to choose an amount that worked for his needs, and Ethos made the whole thing so easy and clear.
10 minutes with no medical exam? Ethos, here we come.
Here's to sleeping better at night.
Help protect your loved ones today with Ethos. Life insurance made easy. Visit applyethos.com to apply today. That's applyethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Military veterans and active duty service members, you could become a certified cyber warrior with just 12 weeks of training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, and IT pros with these skills often enjoy abundant opportunity and a great lifestyle. Protect our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. GI Bill, SkillBridge, and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. An important message about your timeshare from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. Contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about timeshare cancellation.
Call 800-978-1515. 800-978-1515.
Stacy on the right.
Stacy on the Right is a Patriot missile straight to your brain, destroying every woke narrative the best 3 hours of your day.
Listen live weekdays at 9 p.m. East on Sirius XM Patriot.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Keith Peters reporting. The South may get hit with some severe weather.
Powerful storms with a threat of tornadoes are expected to punch through Louisiana and other parts of the South, just as huge parades and costume revelers are set to celebrate Mardi Gras. The alarming forecast will be one of the first big tests for the National Weather Service after hundreds of its forecasters who make crucial local forecasts across the United States were fired last week. Twisters, damaging winds, and large hail are all possible as a strong storm system moves across the nation's midsection, the bullseye zone stretching from East Texas to Alabama. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
President Trump's promised 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico will be imposed at midnight tonight. President Trump says he's already put off tariffs once on Canada and Mexico.
No room left for Mexico or for Canada. The tariffs, they're all set. They go into effect tomorrow.
Canadian Foreign Minister Melanie Joly tells CTV Canada will fight back against the Trump tariffs.
If Trump is imposing tariffs, we're ready. We're ready with $155 billion worth of tariffs, and we're ready with the first tranche of tariffs.
What the fuck
which is $30 billion, which is already now.
Wall Street didn't like the news, the Dow plunging 649 points at the close of trading today.
Whatever.
The Senate has voted to confirm former wrestling executive Linda McMahon as the nation's education chief, a role that places her atop a department President Trump has vowed to dismantle. McMahon will face the competing tasks of winding down the education department while escalating efforts to achieve the Republican president's agenda.
Hey, it's big. Rob Schmidt recently beat CNN in Catch, revealing the truth about Elon Musk's Doge. Tune in tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern and find out why Rob is the hottest person in cable news. Even President Trump is watching, and he says Newsmax is terrific. Reuters Institute reports that Newsmax is now one of the top news brands in America. Find out why. Just check out Newsmax on your cable system. Get Rob Schmidt with Greta Van Susteren, Rob Verdi, and much more. Download the free Newsmax app on your smartphone or home TV to start watching. It takes just seconds. With Newsmax Plus, you can watch our great shows anytime. Go to newsmaxplus.com and start your free trial. That's newsmaxplus.com. Make the switch to Newsmax today.
The Trump administration ends a Biden-era business database put in place ostensibly to fight financial crime.
The rule required most American businesses with fewer than 20 employees to register their owners with the government. Small businesses challenging the requirement had been unable to win in court, but on Sunday, the Treasury announced it will not impose penalties now or in the future. The move was lauded by President Trump, who called the reporting requirement outrageous and invasive. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent called the changes a victory for common sense, saying it was part of the Trump agenda to rein in burdensome regulations. Jennifer King, Washington.
The typically tight-lipped CIA is peeling back the curtain on some of its secrets with an upcoming presentation at the South by Southwest Festival. America's preeminent spy agency plans to deliver a talk at the SXSW Music Festival and Tech Conference held in Austin, Texas. News and analysis at townhall.com. I'm Keith Peters.
AI is rewriting the business playbook with productivity boosts and faster decision-making coming to every industry. If you're not thinking about AI, you can bet your competition is. This is not where you want to drop the ball. But AI requires a lot of compute power. And with most cloud platforms, the cost for your AI workloads can spiral. That is, unless you're running on OCI, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. This was the cloud built for AI. A blazing fast enterprise-grade platform for your infrastructure, database, apps, and all your AI workloads. OCI costs 50% less than other major hyperscalers for compute, 70% less for storage, and 80% less for networking. Thousands of businesses have already scored with OCI, including Vodafone, Thomson Reuters, and Suno AI. Now the ball's in your court.
Right now, Oracle can cut your current cloud bill in half if you move to OCI. Minimum financial commitment and other terms apply. Offer ends March 31st. See if your company qualifies for this special offer at oracle.com/patriot. That's oracle.com/patriot.
Sometimes numbers are important. Ours is 50,000. At CertaPro Painters, we proudly have over 50,000 five-star painting reviews. That means everything to us. For over 30 years, CertaPro Painters have earned the trust of customers like you because we treat all painting projects with the quality and care they deserve. Call the professionals at CertaPro for a first-class painting experience for your home or your business. We're locally owned and operated, so every job has a personal touch. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro. Visit CertaPro.com today. Each local CertaPro Painters is independently owned and operated.
Built on freedom, powered by you.
I wanted to comment about these activist judges that are just aggravating the holy heck out of everyone. We've seen what Doge has uncovered. How much of that is actually recoverable and how much of it is already gone?
Join the conversation.
People's distaste for federal employees is probably pretty accurate. They should be happy that the bad ones are being exposed and they're being eliminated.
Your voice is heard. Here, Sirius XM Patriot, Channel 125.
Now broadcasting from the underground command post from the bowels of a hidden bunker somewhere under the brick and steel of a nondescript building. We've once again made contact with our...
What up, buddy? All good tonight. Not like the other night.
Welcome, America.
I had a couple, but not like I did the other day.
Just running my own business, I'm doing my job. Pulling together articles, reading all these allegations against Donald Trump.
You know, if you actually buy a phone, it actually works pretty good.
Pulling one article together, another and another, New York Times, the Washington Post, Politico. That Donald Trump was being spied on. And it was so brazen that the entities that were doing it were leaking about it to their favorite media outlets. And so while the rest of talk radio and cable were focused on the leaks. I was focused on what the hell was going on here. That is, there were allegations being made against Donald Trump in these leaks. And everybody was talking about the allegations. Well, I looked at the allegations, but then I said, these allegations have to be coming from leaks. I remember the 8 years I was in the Reagan administration. And so rather than talk about what I said and talk about what you heard and then talk about what you and I did about it, let's just play it. This is the full hour, although we're going to chop it up. I spent a lot of time with edits. I don't mean the substance, but making sure it would work. Mr. Producer's the best in the business. Rich Cementa. I don't know what I'd do without you, Rich. That's the truth. 8 years ago, this is from March 2nd, 2017, the conspiracy that was. Go. There's a bigger scandal here, folks. And this is what I want to walk you through again. There is a much bigger scandal here. We have a prior administration, Barack Obama and his surrogates, who were supporting Hillary Clinton and their party, the Democratic Party, who were using the instrumentalities of the federal government, intelligence activities, to surveil members of the Trump campaign and to put that information out in the public. Those are police state tactics. Nothing General Flynn did, nothing General Sessions has done, are even in the same category as that. All right, February 15th, just a few weeks ago. Here's what I said on the show. Cut one, go. Where did the orders come from to intercept these phone calls, to record these phone calls? How many more phone calls involving Michael Flynn and other would-be administration officials were intercepted and recorded? Were the President of the United States, the now President of the United States, Donald Trump, were his phone calls intercepted and recorded? I am speaking as somebody who is Chief of Staff to an Attorney General. I am telling you, it is not that simple to get authorization from the FISA court. It's not that simple to be tapping into phone calls or recording phone calls, particularly of private citizens. And so the question is, how many of Michael Flynn's phone calls to various foreign leaders were intercepted by the Obama administration and recorded by the Obama administration? How many phone calls by Donald Trump, if any, have been intercepted by the Obama administration and recorded by the Obama administration? And all the other transition officials involved in foreign policy and national security and defense policy. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the real scandal. My question to you is this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm live now. Today's reporting on Sessions having a chance meeting with the ambassador this summer of Russia and an actual meeting in
go over there and hit your brakes.
September. Where did that information come from? Where did that information come from? Haven't had a chance to listen to anything today in terms of talk radio, which I rarely do anyway. But the question, where did that information come from? And look at the timing of it.
I may agree with you there, too.
Trump's speech. So the question, ladies and gentlemen, is, was Obama surveilling top Trump campaign officials during the election? In other words, was the President of the United States, on behalf of Hillary Clinton and the Democrat Party, using our intelligence services or the FISA court to gather information on their opponents? This is a massive scandal, the likes of which we've never seen. I asked my buddy Andrew McCarthy about this offline. We talk a lot, to a number of us. He said to me, we absolutely know this is true. The FBI did a preliminary criminal investigation based on potential of connection between a server in Trump Tower and a couple of Russian banks. That turned out to be a dry hole. But one of the most outrageous things I've ever seen, he wrote me, totally uncovered by the media, of course. Instead of closing the investigation, the Obama Justice Department tried to turn it into a FISA court investigation in June. Excuse me. Apparently the first application they submitted named Trump. Well, we don't know whether that means named him as a proposed surveillance target or just mentioned his name in the application someplace. In any event, even the FISA court, which is very solicitous of government surveillance requests, said no. There wasn't enough evidence to make out probable cause involving Donald Trump. The required FISA showing to get a wiretap is probable cause. Probable cause that the target is an agent of a foreign power. This must mean that in the middle of the campaign, while people like, I won't mention what he wrote there. In the middle of the campaign, Obama's Justice Department was actively having Trump and some of his associates investigated, suggesting to a United States court that they were agents of Vladimir Putin's regime. In October, stretch run of campaign and 5 months after FISA court said no. The Obama Justice Department goes back to the FISA court with what we're told was a more narrowly tailored application. This one does not mention Trump. The FISA court approved it, and the apparent targets were Manafort, Stone, and Page. Paul Manafort, Roger Stone, and Carter Page. The New York Times wrote a big story about it in mid-January. In the story, after all the heavy breathing at the beginning, the Times concedes the investigation of Manafort and the others may have nothing to do with Trump and the Russian hacking, and appears to arise out of the work Manafort did for Ukraine. Anyway, this is infuriating. It's infuriating that this is going on. I would like to know how the information is even known and got out to the media about these meetings with Sessions and the ambassador. Not that there was a damn thing wrong with them. There'd be no reason to cover up the chance meeting and the actual meeting in the Senate office. Why would you cover it up? There's no reason to cover it up. And the Republicans immediately buckle. And by the way, the same ones almost all the time. It's embarrassing. But I'm not done. I want you to understand exactly what's going on here. There's two more big, crucially important pieces of information you need to know about. This is crucially important. Everybody's missing the point. The incredible scandal here is the Obama administration was investigating top officials in the Trump campaign, maybe even Trump himself, during the course of the election. Listen to this from the Washington Post today. U.S. investigators have examined contacts Attorney General Jeff Sessions had with Russian officials during the time he was advising Trump's presidential campaign, according to people familiar with the matter. They were investigating a sitting United States senator who hadn't done anything? They're investigating a sitting attorney general who hasn't done anything? Based on what premise? The fact that he was advising Donald Trump? Is this not appalling and shocking to you? The focus of the U.S. counterintelligence investigation has been on communications between Trump campaign officials and Russia. The inquiry involving Mr. Sessions is examining his contacts while serving as Mr. Trump's foreign policy advisor in the spring and summer of 2016. One person familiar with the matter said, Why? Why are they investigating Sessions? On what basis? On what basis whatsoever? He has no financial links to Russia. He holds no quarter or special brief for Russia. This is astounding to me. Absolutely, I am telling you as somebody who served under an attorney general, directly under an attorney general. I can't believe this. What we need to find out here, ladies and gentlemen, is what the Obama administration and the government agencies under the Obama administration was doing during the course of this election. That's what we need to find out. Listen to this story in the New York Times. Obama administration rushed to preserve intelligence of Russian election hacking. You see how coordinated it is? It's coming from the top. These damn fool Republicans in Congress, it is pathetic. They are sickening. In the Obama administration's last days, some White House officials, that is, Obama's underlings, scrambled to spread information about Russian efforts to undermine the presidential election and about possible contacts between the associates of President-elect Donald J. Trump and Russians across the government. So what information did Obama and his surrogates in the Oval Office, around the Oval Office, have about Donald Trump and his advisors and people on his staff that they were spreading around the government because they knew it would leak. They're the fingerprints. Now, the New York Times doesn't intend it to be so. There are the fingerprints, right there. Former American officials say they have two aims: to ensure that such meddling isn't duplicated in future American or European elections, and to leave a clear trail of intelligence for government investigators. No. Their goal. Let me tell you what's going on here. Here's the phrase. That's what's going on here. That is what's going on here. The Obama administration holdovers, the Obama administration lackeys outside of government, Schumer, Pelosi, all of them. This is exactly what's going on. And the rest of the New York Times piece is mostly propaganda. But right up front in the first paragraph, they give it away. So in other words, this information that was being collected, maybe by the NSA, the CIA, the DIA, the FBI, who knows? Maybe all of them.
Well, I think he's probably the opposite of that, but yeah.
Because it says right here, in the Obama administration's last days, some White House officials scrambled to spread information about Russian efforts to undermine the presidential election across the government. So they gathered
almost the direct opposite.
and they were spreading it across the government.
But it sounds the same way, yeah.
Of having it leaked, a felony to the media. Correct? How else do you read that? Well, there's no other way to read that. But they did more than that. They had to create the circumstances where they would get the information and be able to spread it to other departments and agencies before they leave office. Because the current policies in place didn't allow that. So you know what they did? We talked about this before, the great Michael Walsh piece in PJ Media.
Yeah, a lot of that. He's a Jew.
Broad new powers.
So yeah, you get that.
Of intel information with all kinds of agencies and departments on the way out the door. I'll get to that in a minute.
I take a lot of what this guy says in moderation.
He's quasi-live. So you see the build-up here. People are focused on the allegation, aren't focused on the source. That is, how did the White House officials know? What exactly, not what did the investigators find? Why are they investigating Trump and his people?
Mark Levin.
Who's investigating him? What are they investigating him for? They were putting out information on Jeff Sessions at the time. Why? How did they know his relationship with or without Russia? So there was this entire cabal. This was all taking place. Obama knew about it. Biden knew about it. The acting attorney general knew about it. The FBI director knew about it. The CIA director knew about it, as we all would learn later. Even at a meeting at the White House. And so I'm putting these pieces back together in these disparate reports that were leaked to various media.
He wants all our money to go to Israel, so I don't trust.
And for me, that was their aim. That is to destroy.
I don't trust a good 75% of what he says.
I thought the source needed to be revealed. It needed to be.
But he has some good points sometimes.
And so we had this cabal in the Obama, Biden.
A lot of commercials, though, as everything else goes.
But we're doing these things. We would later learn that the FBI was leaking. Other entities were leaking.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when he was in office 15 years ago.
Some of the same mentality you might remember that Biden used to try and send Donald Trump to prison. That's right. So there's much more. We'll be right back.
Mark Levin.
All right, brother, I'm almost home. Thanks for hanging out.
If you're an IRA millionaire, you've likely seen me all over social media for years warning you about the tax storm brewing that can double your taxes over your lifetime. For 15 years, I've specialized in optimizing Roth conversion plans for people just like you. I've written 2 best-selling books on the topic, but everything just changed.
I gotta do garbage,
the Trump
and then I gotta do
That's why I
bit
wrote
of
Roth Conversion
homework.
Reset, the most up-to-date guide on how to lock in today's historically low tax rates before they vanished. Let me show you how to protect your retirement savings and avoid costly mistakes. Get the full-color instant PDF download for just $3.95. Simply text ROTH to 888-660-ROTH to get your copy now. Inside, you're going to find bonus
not going to be as bad as yesterday.
decisions and sure
Actually,
giving
just check it
tactics to
from the car.
maximize your conversion strategy. Don't leave a fortune to the IRS. Text ROTH to 888-660-7684 and start saving today.
Message and data rates may apply.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was.
It was not bad. It was very busy though, so we're dealing with it. I still have work to do at home, but not a whole lot.
Clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter trusted pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/patriot to schedule your free gutter.
Hey, you too, brother.
And get up to
Thanks for hanging out.
30% off.
I appreciate it. You're the only one here.
That's leaffilter.com/patriot for your
Have a
free
great
gutter
night.
inspection today. See representative for warranty details.